Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome to the May/June 2023 channel update. It's not my intention to just make these like bi-monthly anymore. It's just been pretty busy, and so just sort of combining them as I'm able to. If you are a new subscriber to this channel, there's a few new hundred of you, or a new few hundred of you. Welcome. These are monthly updates that do get released for channel members early. So if you're a paid channel member, you get these for a full week early before they go out to the general public. But if you're a new sub, welcome. Happy to have you. These monthly updates are sort of my way of just kind of not necessarily vlogging, but just giving you an update as to what's going on with me and like what my plans are for the channel and guides and all that. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, so in the past month, I have covered The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom at length. I did over 170 videos, covered all 152 shrines, all the dungeons, fewer of the more difficult areas of the game, as well as some main quests. And aside from one or two videos that I kind of have in the back of my mind to do, I'm done. And this comes for a few reasons. So, as I've mentioned before, right as I was taking my break from YouTube in February, work got incredibly busy. I was asked to help out on another project. Somebody was going on leave and they needed somebody to fill in, so I came in, helped out on a product at work. That was a lot of fun. I learned a lot, especially about myself and like what interests me professionally and like what I'm really good at professionally. So I really enjoyed it. And then I came back and I took some time off to go into Tears of the Kingdom, covered that a ton, like I mentioned before. And then when I came back to work, my colleague on the project that is my full-time job went on vacation for a week. So I had to like assume all the responsibilities right away and then sort of finish that project up that he was working on. And so I kind of just went from busy with work, busy with YouTube, busy with work. And it has been exhausting. And so I am very tired. It is like one of the main reasons I haven't done a channel update in May was I was just so tired, and I still am. Tomorrow is the last day of our project. Really looking forward to that. Sad that it's over, but also excited to sleep. So we have tomorrow and then an after party, and then I'm off for a few days, and I'm really taking that off. But because I can't not do anything, when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, the whole time I was playing it, I kept thinking of another Zelda game by the name of A Link Between Worlds. And this is a 3DS exclusive. This is the reason I bought a 3DS originally. I bought the collector's edition 3DS XL that came with this game, and I gave it to my nephew as a gift when he was like 7 or 8. It was several years ago. And then I bought this, which is the Majora's Mask new 3DS XL. I bought this when it came out. Weirdly, this thing is a huge collector's item now. I didn't really know that, but it goes for a lot of money on eBay. Kind of cool to have it. Funny story about this, I had a friend of mine, this was a GameStop exclusive 3DS system. I had a friend of mine go to GameStop while I was at work, pre-order it for me, and yeah. Oh no, actually, was this a Nintendo World? No. So yeah, he pre-ordered the system. He got this for me from GameStop, and then Nintendo World in New York City had a Majora's Mask 3D Collector's Edition, which I do have in my cabinet. So it was like a huge adventure to get this 3DS and everything. But anyway, A Link Between Worlds, for those of you who have never played it, takes place it's a direct sequel to A Link to the Past. And if you know me, you know I love A Link to the Past. And A Link Between Worlds takes place in the same world, but it's remixed. And there's a whole other dimension to it, literally. It's a fantastic game. And one of the things while playing Tears of the Kingdom was I just kept thinking about Breath of the Wild, because I was like, this takes place in the same world, but it's remixed. Things are new, things are different. Time has passed, people have grown up, the landscape has changed. Obviously, new big things are happening in the sky and in the depths and all that, but like the base world is the same but different. And so I just kept thinking of A Link Between Worlds because it's a similar concept. And as I was thinking about that, I kept thinking it'd be fun to do a walkthrough series for it, but capturing off of 3DS is very difficult. There's really 3 ways to go about it. You can set up a camera on a tripod and point it at your 3DS and hope for the best without glare. Or you can pay a person. I forget their name, but there's somebody that you can send your 3DS to, and then they'll make modifications to it and put like a mod chip in there and a few other things, and then you can capture it over USB. And it's actually really good. Like, it's very high quality, and it's literally just pulling the video feeds out of the board. And he or she, I don't know what they are, like wrote a specific capture program for it. It's a whole thing, but that costs $200 and voids your warranty. And I didn't really want to do that. If I had an extra 3DS, maybe I would save up some money and just send it to them and have them do it, but I don't. The other way is through Homebrew, and this requires you to mod your 3DS via software, and then there's a few applications you can download to get it to work. And I'm happy to report that I got it to work. So here's a little bit of a preview. It is quite blurry. However, it does work. And so this is just custom overlay through OBS using some simple cropping and stretching. You can see the bottom screen of the 3DS in the bottom right-hand corner. You can see Link on the map and my items and all that, and it works. Like, it totally works. The only drawback is the quality. And as somebody who's a bit of a nut for quality when it comes to this sort of stuff, it does kind of bother me. But I'm going to see what I can do in terms of like maybe running this through Adobe Premiere and putting some effects on it and cleaning it up a little bit. I've never really done much like that before, but for all intents and purposes, I got it to work. And so this will work with any 3DS game that I have. I have Majora's Mask 3D, Ocarina of Time 3D, A Link Between Worlds, and a couple of others. Those are really the 3 games that I would cover, and I'll switch back to the camera now. And what I find very interesting is that I covered Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest on this channel earlier this year, and maybe it was late last year, I can't even remember. And the whole time I was saying, like, this will work for 3DS, this will work for the 3DS version. If you're playing Master Quest, it's just flipped, but it's the same thing. There's not much different. Majora's Mask, however, does have quite a number of differences between the versions. And so now that I have this working, I'm thinking maybe I want to do that. But we'll see. I mean, A Link Between Worlds would definitely be the priority if I were to do this. It has been so long since I played A Link Between Worlds. I've actually only played it twice. I've played it through once on regular and then once on master mode, I think. If there even is a master mode in this game, let's find out together. I don't actually know. I feel like there is, but I can't be certain. 2013, baby. Yeah, it looks like there is, because the file colors are different. So that looks different to me. And these are 3 different playthroughs. In any event, I've only played through it a couple of times, maybe 3 times total. So I don't have it. I don't have all the memory like I do for all the other Zelda games. But maybe I'll do it. Have to see. But just wanted to sort of give you guys a little bit of a preview of how it looks and what I got working. Pretty thrilled that I got it working. And speaking of Zelda, I purchased a Wii U from someone at work for $50. And for those of you who don't know, when Breath of the Wild came out, I sold my Wii U to buy a Switch. Sold my Wii U and a bunch of games. I came up with, I think it was like $300 total, and I bought a Switch and played Breath of the Wild, but I haven't had a Switch since. And so now that I haven't had a Wii U since, and now that I have one again, I never sold my Twilight Princess or Wind Waker HD. discs, so I still have those, and maybe I'll do walkthroughs for those. But I still feel like they're coming to Switch. And if they are, it's undoubtedly going to have changes just because the Miiverse stuff will likely be taken out of the game, which means the Tingle bottles will probably be taken out of the game and all the stamps you find in Twilight Princess HD. So I'm going to wait a little while on that still, but it is possible for me to do now. But yeah, so that's sort of the channel update in terms of things that may be coming soon. What will most certainly come soon is a Final Fantasy 16 series of guides and walkthroughs. And then after that, maybe Armored Core. I've never played an Armored Core game. I am excited for it, but I have no earthly idea what that game is going to look like or how it's going to play. Like, I just don't know. I'm really just looking at that from a fan perspective. I don't think I'll make guides for it, but maybe I'll fall in love and figure it out, and, we'll see what happens. After that would likely be Blasphemous 2. I believe that's supposed to come out in the summer, but we'll see. But yeah, so Final Fantasy 16 will very likely be next. And that sort of brings me into a topic that I really haven't fully thought of, but I do try to use these channel updates as sort of like life updates and to let you know where I'm thinking in terms of this. And like I said before, I'm really tired. I've had bags under my eyes for the past couple weeks. It's just, and it's not bad tired. It's really good tired. Made 170 something videos, covered a game I'd been looking forward to covering, but even as I was doing it, I was getting pretty tired. And the amount of talking and voiceovers that I was doing, I felt like my lungs were going to explode sometimes. I was just talking so much and doing so much at once that it really was taking a toll. And this is where I haven't fully fleshed this out yet. I'm still sort of talking to myself about it, but for the longest time, YouTube has sort of been an outlet, both creatively and professionally. And I still love the creative aspect of it. But the professional aspect of it is in a really interesting place. And what I mean by that is for the longest time, and I've talked about this before, I've always had two career tracks. I've had this 9-to-5 job that I was never super in love with. Whatever that job was, it changed a bunch. And then on the side, I was always pushing to work in the industry, in the video game industry. And, that came in the form of being a video editor or working for esports companies or, doing other stuff. But the YouTube channel was always sort of on the side. It's I'd really like to be doing this because this makes me feel really good to do and I'm really enjoying it. And what's interesting is that at my regular job now, I find it very fulfilling. And I really, really enjoy it. And it's the first job I've really had where I find myself just enthusiastically putting my all into what I'm doing and just kind of loving the work. That's really never happened for me before at any company that I've worked with. At my previous job, if I were to take time off, I would dread coming back because I was just so burnt out and just not very enthusiastic about the work. It didn't really do much for me. I didn't find it super fulfilling. That is not the case with this job. I took a week off to work on Tears of the Kingdom, and I worked on Tears of the Kingdom. Jesus Christ, I worked so many hours covering that game and just playing it and having fun. But by the following Saturday, I was I'm kind of ready to go back to work. I'm kind of ready to do the fun thing at work. We're wrapping up the college season. We're going to have the college championship. It's going to be a really good time. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'd kind of rather be working on that. And that's really the first time that's ever happened in my brain. And so it sort of made me start, not questioning everything, but it sort of made me start evaluating what I'm getting out of all this. And this is not to say I'm going to stop. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to shut off the channel. Nothing like that. But I may just maybe do less every year, cover fewer games. I don't know. It's just something that's on my mind, and it's been on my mind for a while, for a few weeks now. And I got to talk to some friends, see what they think and, evaluate. But it's just something that's on my mind right now. If you want to talk about this, feel free to join the Discord, and like I'm always open to chat about these things. But yeah, so it's just kind of not sure where I want to go with this. And like between Elden Ring last year, Tears of the Kingdom this year, and now Final Fantasy, I don't know. Like I think for most people, like one major game a year, like doesn't feel like enough, and like you want to play so much more, and I want to play more. But like I'm coming home from work at like 8 o'clock and being like, God damn, I just want to go to bed. Like I'm exhausted. I just want to go to bed. And then when I wake up, I'm like, okay, time. Like I'm excited to go to work. Like I'm just in a different mental space now than I really ever have been, and it's very, very new to me. And so I'm just figuring it out. But we'll see what happens. And like I said, like I have these thoughts, but then I'm also setting up my 3DS to do capture of a 10-year-old game to cover just because I feel like not enough people have seen it. And then I get excited about playing Majora's Mask 3D or Ocarina of Time 3D, and like I get excited about these things. So I don't think I'm ever going to stop, but I just got to kind of figure out what I'm doing and like be better about it to myself, because my boss at work, even like he knows what I do. And he even said to me, I said to him, I was like, dude, I'm so tired. He was like, yeah, you're doing the impossible. Like you are spending so much time on side work. It's not affecting your day job, but you're just spending so much time and putting out so many videos that no shit, it's exhausting. Like no shit, John. So we'll see. But that's just sort of where my head's at. Nothing's really going to change for the time being, but yeah. One little bonus thing before to wrap this up. This is a pretty long channel update, but one little bonus thing. I am off Thursday and Friday. Now, I kind of want to sleep, but the Summer Game Fest showcase is Thursday afternoon, and so because I'm off, I think I'm going to stream it. And it's been a long time, several years since I've been able to stream and sort of react to a showcase. So not since I lived in New Jersey. I don't think I've been able to do that. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I was going to go, but I don't have anybody to go with. Tickets are only $10, but I don't have anybody to go with. So I'm just going to stay here and then likely do a stream, but look forward to that. So that is the channel update. Thank you for joining me on this sort of journey down my crazy brainwaves. Let me give a shout out to my channel members. Cool. So we have John Aldrich for 37 months, Hector J. Estrada with 24 months, Joe Saunders with 24 months. Happy 2 years to the both of you. Daniel Cockerill with 19 months, Spencer Young with 17 months, Phoenix Loader with 15 months, The Old One with 14 months, Brian Brubaker with 14 months, Baghdad Money with 10 months, almost at a year, Greg with 8 months, X Lightning 84 with 3 months, and Harv Fontanilla with 1 month. Thank you all so much for the support. It's been wonderful, so thank you so much. But that is it. Yeah, so maybe 1 or 2 more guides for Tears of the Kingdom, but likely just look forward to Final Fantasy later this month. But that's it. All right, as always, thanks so much for watching. I'm SweetJohnnyCage, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.